welcome to the stream. Hello. Oh, I'm seeing the people here already. Hello Zoro. Oh, thanks for the sub. It's 73 months. Ha. That I suppose you want to. I mean, like, I'm used to more deep messages. I would say though, ha is kind of deep in a way, you know. And hello, Fortuna Street. I cannot read you because there's like dark blue on black, but I suppose it's you. Hello. And hello, Danix. Welcome. And we got an explosion. Wait, let me try the okay, we are gonna do something about explosions. For now, it's mine. Hello. So, today we are back on Critipedia again. Last week we interrupted. I'm proceeding with a slow pace, but we are eventually gonna do it. Today's game is Expiation demo. Ah, we are kinda close to the end of the list, huh? So before we start, what is Critipedia? Critipedia is a list of things that developers do that, in my opinion, are wrong or needs to be carefully checked before doing. Oh, hello, Fado!
The list is Expiration.
Oh yeah, the list is Expiration. I love the Italian dubber. That doesn't matter because I will refresh it after publishing on Reddit. I make a post on Reddit and I get this many people, so I think it's fine. Next time though, I'm gonna put a disclaimer for no AI, for a reason I will explain now. I think I explained already, maybe. So, briefly, this list explains what I think, why I think some parts of game development should not be done in a certain way, and I explain my reasoning. So my goal is, my aim is to compile a list where I have everything I say is not right. The game for today is Expiation. This is only a demo. They told me it's a demo of 4 hours. So, I suppose it's usually what you expect, right? When you say RPG made with RPG Maker. That's what you do with RPG Maker. Nowadays, for the good or not, we see less RPGs made with RPG Maker. So, definitely that's why this one resembles me a little the old style side. Also because it's made with RPG Maker, Vic says. Oh no, the waifu Russian roulette. Okay, well, it better to start with one now, right? Also, I have a kinda of, and not really, but I would say almost improper background on the desktop, but hopefully it won't be seen on the stream. If it is, it's fine. It's a waifu flashbang. So, I forgot how it's done. Ah, this one. Okay. So, I did not change the. Okay, listen. It's the waifu Russian roulette. They lied. Let me change the name. I'm sorry, but I lied to you. You got pranked. Okay, you got pranked, I'm sorry. April Fools! Late. Very late. Give my points back. Refund. You got scammed, I'm sorry. Attack. I did not have the avatars here. Wait, let me add them right here quick. Okay. And I suppose this is for me. The waifus are for me. Let me set it up real quick. And should work, right? Okay, nice. Let's see our waifu, Nautus Bando. Okay, this is kinda low resolution and it's still the old Futaba one, so I'm gonna go with a new one. Though I kinda want some ice cream right now. Ultima Roundhouse. There is still no PvP. I'm working on it though, Let's go the other one. Okay, what is this? Waldorf post memes of Laesitia for a month. Ah, yes, there was a period where I posted on Discord memes about Laesitia. And this one was one of them. Like, I have myself carrying Laesitia. Like, posting Laesitia memes for a month. That's the meme. And since I got you scammed, we're gonna give you a last one, sure. Of course, it's Laesitia again. Why do you have this expression, Laesitia? I don't think it's healthy to have this expression. I think she's thinking about food. Yeah, I don't think it's anything lewd. Serious, I think she's thinking about food. That's it. Though I wouldn't trust the artist into drawing more of her, to be fair. I'm not trusting the artist. Sushi streamer. What do you mean? We just got Laesitia art. That's it. Also, I have too many disclaimers on the stream. Remove them. Okay. So, maybe now I may want to play the game. Let me open the chat, other chat. Okay. We are ready. So, disclaimer aside, let's start with the game. Expiation demo. Hello, Lolo. Oh, just in time. Nice to see you there. We are just about to start the game. Let me fix the volume here quick. I need to study again how the volume balancing works to avoid blunders live. Give me a sec. Here it is. Wait. It doesn't fit completely. So there's a black bar right here that doesn't have the game. Hopefully it's fine. Tell me if the audio is too high, please. I think I lowered it a little, but just I need to check again the right volumes every time. So, this is Expiation for the Critipedia. I want to premise right away. After this batch of games I accepted, I will not accept any more games with AI. Not for the reason you think. It's not because of how it's called, the morality of the AI. It's not about the AI that trains upon real existing art of real artists without crediting. It's for another reason. When I see AI, I think low effort. And unfortunately, a lot of, if not of all the games I played before with that, did not help with the case, to be fair. So I have it literally here on Critipedia as an entry. The AI. The other one. I probably repeat myself every time, but AI has a lot of issues. May look cheap, people are against AI, so they won't play the game, and you cannot choose the style you want. And there's a fourth one I forgot, maybe? But briefly, what's the point in using AI if you can just use a free asset you find online? Because, again, if you do a free game, if you make a free game, then you can use free resources online. Nobody will bash you for it. If you are making a commercial game, you should invest in actual art for the game, because it looks better. So, again, there's no point there's no point. Maybe in between, but I would still say against it for those reasons, not for the morality reasons. Audio is fine, thanks. Title seems okay. The title option needs to be scrolled a bit on the side. Yeah, the title is offset. Probably they made a image with the resolution of the title and then extended the title. Because there's a black bar here and one here. In any case, let's start. Okay, we got tutorials. We got time. Interaction. Okay. Attention, some magic skills contain flashing visual effects. Which window? What are those? Blood! Maybe not. Rainbows! I like the rainbows. Otherwise, Zephyr. Zephyr is nice as well. Oh, we take the default, though. Premise right away? Oh, not a premise, a comment. What is this font? What is this font? Let me do an Italian for the moment. What is this font? What the mamma mia is this font? This font is used for titles at best, not for dialogues. Like, the main rule of fonts for game text is should be readable. And I would say you can read off this text, but definitely everything in caps lock and the first letter can be fancy like those ones is not the best option by a long shot. Heroic Zephyr. I was thinking of the same. Let's you change the window skin, but the clock at the bottom doesn't change. I didn't notice. Maybe because it's a picture? I don't know. What the capperoni tortellini mandolino is this font? Yeah, let's bring the Italian confusion in the world. Can playable in 2 modes. Lenient and severe mode. Severe can be increased to merciless. Okay, I'm not a hardcore player. Maybe RPG Maker hardcore player, but that's a totally different thing. Enemies higher stat and more skills. I like the thing of more skills because it definitely differentiates itself from a normal game where the enemies are stronger and that's it. Having more skills definitely adds to a challenge, so I like the idea a lot. Merciless enemies are not only bulkier, also have smarter AI. I swear, don't use this font. And they never escape a battle. The added skill of Severe Mode are also available. Okay, also I like the idea of smarter AI. I don't know what it means, smarter AI. Because why do you want to add or to program an entire new AI just for the hardest mode which most players won't even touch? What is even smart AI? Because that should be implemented in the main game, maybe. Because feels like the main experience, the base experience is not challenging. Meanwhile, only the merciless experience has like advanced mechanics, not advanced enemy battle. I don't know. The idea is interesting though. I'm wondering what the advanced AI is though. Readable but not recommended. Yeah, what I was saying. You can read it, but like sometimes you get confused. Like the AI here in the middle popped out of nowhere. Another future enemies, I found the kill strike. They will try to kill someone. Okay, yeah, this is cool. Though I'm worried because I saw this thing backfire immensely in some games. Namely, it was Polvere di Stelle and another game I played from a game jam. We had enemies that only targeted the character with lowest defense. Which means, if you have a mage, the tank is useless because they will always attack the mage because they have the easiest kill. So this idea looks cool on paper, but in practice, unless, here it's mentioning the quick time event, maybe it does more sense, but unless you can avoid it, I see just frustrating. That enemy just wants to one-shot your mage if it just took 1 damage. Let's imagine this scenario. Imagine this scenario. RPGs are bound by randomness, right? Of course, randomness, in a way, even... randomness balances itself. Like, if a monster attacks 10 times, it won't attack 10 times the same actor, right? It will distribute almost evenly to someone. Someone might take 4 hits, another 3, another 2, and one even 1 or nothing. What happens though if this randomness changes midway? Like, the boss attacks an enemy twice, And then in the next attack, he saw, oh, that enemy is already hurt. I'm attacking him again, and he dies. What are you supposed to do against that? Again, you have a boss made of 2 enemies. You have 2 enemies. One attacks the healer at random. At random attacks the healer. The other says, oh, the healer is slow. He's low. Let's kill him and kills the healer into hits. What are you supposed to do with that? If you didn't even have an action in between. I don't know how much health you have here, but this idea, unless very structured, I don't think would work well. What if more skills just means randomly use spells that deal 3 times as much damage? Well, it's still a skill, so I would say it's still a challenge in a way. There would be better skills that are not just more damage. It will attack 10 times the same actor, it's called Murphy's Law. No, it's called Fire Emblem. It's a similar thing in the early version of Pinnacle, where Idris kept dying cause enemies attacked him all the time. Yeah, I suppose that's... in a way, you don't want full realism all the time, right? Otherwise, it's just awful to play. It's like playing someone in PvP. And PvP is awful if the other one knows how to play. In Merciless mode, bosses gain a unique state. They can act twice per turn, under certain conditions. Okay, I like the under certain conditions. I don't like that the bosses act twice, because means more than twice as difficult, but in certain conditions it's a little better, because implies the battle can have some different states. You get less XP and Eons. Okay, I don't like... Okay, I might stay here all the time, but I don't like the game reducing the XP you receive. Like, let me say it closer. What's the point? Like, what's the point in getting less experience? That you need to fight more? Where's the difficulty in that? Why should it be more difficult if you just need to spend more time grinding? What's the difficulty? Sounds like boredom, having to fight multiple enemies just to level up. The ideas before were nice, but this one definitely doesn't make sense. Like, again, this is just artificial difficulty. Give me the same experience, otherwise I will stay and grind enemies, so I will get the same experience anyway, so the difficulty will not be affected by the experience at the end. Hello Jade, welcome! Stay away from the summoner! It's fine, it's fine. I got summoned as well. Ah yeah, because I didn't read the other messages. Sorry, I got highlighted. How is Yuna going to finish the pilgrimage without Aeons? I still have something about Yuna. I played Final Fantasy X only the first part, the first half. And I was really upset at the game at some point about summons. Like, there is a boss when you fight like 3 summons in a Pokemon battle. You use your summons and he uses the summons. You cannot use the same summon the opponent does. And, okay, I suppose it's fine in a way. But, like, after the second to last enemy I defeated, and I remained with 2 summons, or maybe even 1 summon, the enemy summoned a summon I have. So, the last summon I had, I could not use it, because it was used by the enemy. And so I couldn't win the battle because the boss, the game decided, oh no, now you can't use this summon at random. Because the enemy is using it. Like, come on, that's bullshit. Sorry, I just remember this thing I wanted to vent. So, select a difficulty. I will go with lenient just because in this stream I don't want to grind. Are you sure? Yes. Tell me your name. You can jump to OK with shift. Okay. Manuel, what is... This face is 100% big size. We're calling this Manuel Torf. Works. Does this... I think there's space. Not the best sounding name, but Your name is Manuel Dorf. Nice name. Who am I? Where you are? I thought it was the intro. Don't worry about this. You won't remember what you are experiencing here later on. I will seal your memory. Everything we discussed here shall be soon forgotten. I thought, though I will guide your spirit towards the correct path. You will get to meet me in time. Even though you won't be able to remember anything, thou shall remember your name, Manuel Dorf. To succeed, I grant you the ability to use my aura, so I can aura farm right away. Hi Rex, welcome to the stream. We just started. Well, 20 minutes in, but like, we just got the intro. Now, then, be freed upon this world. The good RPG Maker VX music. What? Where am I? Well, we got a classical Lost in Memory intro, but at least we got an intro. Some RPG Maker games don't even got an intro. Like, I mean, an intro on the world map. I don't recognize this place. In my head, it's about to burst. I should try to find anyone who can help me. Tutorial, find help. No, it's the mission. Okay, I like the idea of story objectives, just because player should be able to remember where they left the story at. Though I'm not a fan of the pop-up staying on top of the game. At least the font matches the game, but still it's that font, huh? I feel like the game is having tutorials for the most basic thing. And I mentioned it in another game. It's fine if you want to keep tutorials in the game for the basic stuff, but that means you're kinda directing it, or you're imagining a target audience. For example, good RPG players won't really need the tutorial for this thing, for the repeat of you can't change difficulty, you can't change your name. So in a way, those tutorials are for people that don't know RPGs, but on the other side, you really put a lot of effort in the difficulty settings of the harder mode, so you kinda feels like the game is undecided on both sides. The tutorials are for people who never played, don't know how RPGs work, how the missions work. On the other side, very advanced mode for veterans of RPGs. Feels like appealing to everyone is appealing to nobody. Okay, let's get the menu. There's a lot of stuff in the menu. Expiation! We got a title drop. The Kbas. Can I save? I don't think there's a save. Oh well, at least there's a state list. That's nice. Okay. Okay. I didn't see the guy right away. A bit out of saves. Maybe there's a classic crystal I can save too. I don't know. Time for a super duper gigantic open world infinite exploration game. Demo where you can visit 5 places. To be fair, the dev told me there are 4 hours of game. On stream, definitely 8. But I'm only playing like 2 or 3. Hello, young man. Who are you? It's Michael Jackson! My name is Manuel Dorf. Well, Manuel Dorf, a conversation is difficult to be held from such distance. Okay, don't get philosophical on me. Don't you dare get philosophical on me. Nobody talks like this. I suppose that maybe it's to show his character. Though, to be fair, nobody talks like this, huh? It's a Souls-like. Saves every 2 seconds. I'm sorry for bothering you like that. Call me Kellan. Don't worry, no harm is done. Tell me, Manuel Dorf, what brings you here? I'm not sure I found myself here. Strange. Where did you came from? Okay, stuff aside. Mr. Kernel here. I think we're missing like an elephant in the room. We spawned on an area which was unreachable. Unreachable unless I walk on this path on the side here. So you had to have seen him if he moved, if he went there. Okay, I suppose there are trees, you can pass between trees. Still, it's weird because you must have saw him. You were right there, right there. I feel like if you make the text box this big, you should use it. Hi, Sleepy J. Well, I think it's not problematic because sometimes the dialogue is longer. Though I definitely think having a bigger text would help people to, I don't know, make it more readable or overall more fluid. That's what I did in Respawn Banter. I only had three lines for dialogue box and I made the text bigger. It was... you can call it a psychological trick to make the dialogue feel less heavy, less boring. I'm not really sure. You could afford to enlarge the font. What about changing the font straight away at this point? I suppose after a while you get used to it, but still the uppercase letters are still a punch in the eye sometimes. I feel a bit weird, I'm sorry. No need to be sorry. Need any help? Something the matter? Where are we exactly? You don't know? How did you get here anyway? I opened my eyes and found myself in this area. You don't believe me, right? Strange indeed. Something must have happened to you. Maybe bandits kidnapped you and this trauma caused your memory loss. Why would bandits kidnap me though? I don't know, you lost your memory, who knows? Can't tell you why, I'm sorry. It's alright. If bandits are after you, they might show up sooner or later. Oh no, what should I do? But they are not after you. You don't have to be afraid. As long as you're here, you're safe. Bandits would never dare to attack me. Are you like... because he's really is Michael Jackson, right? Why? I'd rather not give any personal information. It's alright. Can you tell me where I could go next? Killen? Okay, let me give a thought. This safe area. Either that or it's a bonfire. I think because it's the guy is strong, but to be fair, this part of talking about bandits, it was an interesting way, I would say, to introduce an argument to say that Kellan is strong, or give the suspicion of it. Though to be fair, being the introduction, I think it's fine. Though personally, I would avoid the entire tangent of bandits because it was unimportant and maybe hinted about Kellan's strength in any other way. Turn left at the house and go west. At the mountains go southeast and you will reach Pergamo. Thank you, Kellan. Ah, it's a slime, come on. Be careful, Waldorf. Battle time! I recognize this music. It's a free asset. That's pretty cool music. Drunk slime! Look at him, yeah, he's happy. Smiley, slimy, because it's Smiley slime. It's you full guy. Okay, yeah. I think it is. Good music. What is that? You never saw a Smiley before? How can this thing even more? Move. Are you for real? Watch out! Come on, it's for damage. Don't be so dramatic, Mr. Drama King. I used to use it as a placeholder. Oh, really? Well, yeah, it's such a banger, you're right. It's funny how the main character removes. You're right, I noticed it. Though I think it's a common mistake because I saw it even somewhere else. Probably it's a generator problem? I don't know. Why is the battle background smaller than the screen? You have a point. Probably because the screen is slightly larger than usual. And they didn't resize the background. Can you walk? Ah! Waldorf? I'm not sure. Okay, if you make the character scream, at least put a different face. I cannot take you seriously if you have this face saying with a smile. Yeah, I think it could be the generator. I saw this finger somewhere else even. Waldorf is determined to survive. Good hit. That was close. Good. Oh wait, that's cool. Here it says that Kellan is max level. That's cool. Wait. Though I don't know if it's intended or not, because maybe you can just say Kellan doesn't fight with you. Could be level 1 in the... To be fair, in the engine you can set that Kellan is level 5 and cannot go higher than level 5. Or maybe it hints that Kellan is level 100. Huh? Oh wait, you can sell items? I didn't mean to sell the item. Oh, thank you. What did you do? What did I do? The move. Didn't seem to be magic, or else I would have heard your magic chants. Yet it wasn't a sword skill either. What was it? I don't know, I didn't want to die. I focused on surviving. Then? I don't know. Kellan? You felt a certain way and then the feeling manifested itself. I think you kinda are putting words in his mouth, but okay. Waldorf is level 69. No, I'm level 67 now. But if you say age, no, it's not my age, it's 29, but level RPG, let's make 67, right? Isn't it funny? It's a basic function of Yanflay, Battle and Script. Oh, really? I never saw it. Because now I'm very used to MVMZ. Amogus. I hope it becomes a meme, Amogus. I don't think so. Amogus. I feel a feeling so bad. I'm not sure, to be honest. Kellan? A friend of mine would like to meet you. This move of yours is interesting, if I'm right. Is it really special? Take this. Short sword. At least we have something. Seems familiar. I will manage. Seems like a rookie to me. We fought a common monster. I wanted to talk about this later, but the dialogues are starting to get a little long here. Like, we don't need a lot of repetitions here. Like, it's inconvenient if we died here. Some parts are fine, but overall I think it's saying a lot of concepts that are kinda obvious. How would be able to help me? Like, for example, this question, like, he said my friend could help. How could it help? It's just a repetition. I think using repetitions is fine, normally, but I think it's important to see where dialogues or scenes are long and try to, like, cut some corners and remove parts that are not really adding anything to the story. Like, what's adding him asking this? It could have, instead of Kellan just explained right away. Just broke my noodles. Time to watch Waldorf. Okay, I don't know about noodles, but as long as it's not spaghetti, it's fine. Though I would think this time you angered the Japanese. This way, maybe Japanese and Italians can feel a connection at the end, right? I will address the Zoro comment later. when we end this cutscene. Maybe your ability will provide a clue for him to deduce the origin. We will have to see what he has to tell us. Unless you don't want to join me in meeting my friend, I can't force you. I'm in an important task. I will have to come here as soon as possible. Would be nice if you accept the offer. We can Oh, you're saying the same thing! It's saying again, investigate your ability and respecting my time. Okay, I suppose the respecting time is new, but to be fair, is it really important? What do you say? Do you have a deal, Waldorf? Yes. Thank you. It's called Jacob, my friend. He lives in Bergamo. We are set to go. Kellan, join the team! Use the tent. Maybe we can save. You can choose when to wake up. So we have a time system. Okay, and thanks for the instruction book, because would have been too many instructions right away otherwise. One more thing. The hexagram. To save. Oh, it's save, right? Oh, finally! Let me save! Oh, and we are fine. Kellan is level 14. Never mind, it's strongish. Not super strong, though. So, let me say about the intro. Like, for now, I like that there is effort put in the maps here. The map is not empty. They try to use RTPs however they can. I like the mapping here. There is like bushes, extra stuff, flowers. The ground is decorated. It's not monochrome. I can say about the shadow placement, but overall, by using default RTPs, the mapping is nice. And also there's definitely good effect, like the sliding camera, which makes it a little more smooth, I would say. Though, I would say about the story, I like how to start. I'm not invested in the story or the character at all. Like, what's the story now? The story is this character gets isekai'd in a world. He has a strong ability. It's like the plot of an isekai game. He meets a guy. The guy is maybe strong, and now we need to talk with his friend. For now, definitely could change later, but that's not relevant. Remember, even if the story gets better later, doesn't change the fact that the start doesn't have much to it. So, in an RPG, a free RPG, especially a free RPG demo, it's vital that the player gets hooked at the start. So they will say, this demo is cool, I will continue playing it, and later even play the full game. Though unfortunately the starting of the story is not saying much. Literally, we don't see anything new. We have a character in a new world, gets a super strong skill. There are monsters, he needs to investigate the skill. The skill is not even that special, it just did a lot of damage, right? Maybe it has more into it, but we don't know. We just know it does more damage. So unfortunately it's called the hook. And the start is not saying giving anything that makes it interesting story-wise to continue. Even if the mapping is pretty nice. Let's see now. I have an important destiny to fulfill. Don't know what it is. Don't know who I am. I don't know how I got here. I have some willpower. I don't know where it came from. Well, it's fine to have mysteries here, but like, here the mystery is not even something interesting. Like, we have a mysterious power, but it's just do damage. The game maybe should have I don't know. If the power was different, maybe it would have been more interesting. The power now is just you do a lot of damage. Maybe the power could have been I don't know, honestly. Because a power with a specific strength definitely would have changed the plot. Depends. But maybe that's part of it, right? depends on what kind of plot you want to make. That also makes relevant how interesting the start will be. So I think I would say everything matters when you design the story of the game overall. That's why the start is this important. Let's wake up at sunrise. In this world, Waldorf would be level 0005. Okay, why it is low? 167 not enough? 167 not enough? Also, what is level 005? Like, it's not even an integer number? Like, the point, okay. The point of levels is after a certain threshold you get stronger. What's the point of levels if now I'm a level that is not a threshold? I'm sorry, but you undermine the entire meaning of levels, Fortuna Street. I cannot approve. Is the town far from here? No, first we go west until the mountains. Afterwards we go southeast and we should see Bergamo. A short trip, you will survive it. Quick time event. All enemy attacks? Why the tutorial is now? Would it be nice if the tutorial was during a battle, right? Not in the map transition. You can avoid with quick time event. 3 outcomes. Missed, evaded, and perfect. You failed the event and the enemy might hit you now. Or you avoided and perfect. Timing bar presses above. 0 space as the marker. Okay, okay. In case of perfect, I get a regen. Okay. Let me finish this tutorial though. Yeah, even those explanations of the tutorial are a little unnecessary again. For example, explaining, Mr. Waldorf ability is when it triggers the thing, it gets a 5% regen. I think the player doesn't need to know all the information. I don't even know what a 5% regen is for. So could definitely be an option or an information in the status menu, for example. Ah, the good old music. Such a great fishing day. The other day I found some eons which I used to buy my wife some bracelets. She was very pleased. Ions are the money, that's right. Seaside house. You don't need a flash, a splash screen for every map, right? I went with my children to the beach and I lost one of my bracelets. Okay. It's a quest, okay, that's cool. Can we analyze this exchange a moment, please? I went to my children to the beach south and I lost my bracelet. This is fine. I'm resisting that. Were a gift from my husband. I don't want to notice I lost one. And it says, take it from me. Yes, would you? Yes, please, thanks. We will help you, thanks. There were too many dialogues. We didn't need those. The dialogues didn't even mean anything. And I don't know. I don't know. I feel like the game talks a little too much. For stuff it's definitely unimportant. Like, here we had 3 boxes of dialogue for saying, you will get your reward of the quest. Yeah, no shit, of course I will get my reward. Or I'm rioting. So definitely the game is going a little too much for dialogues. Okay, here. We found it. I'm impressed for how willing you are to help a stranger. Well, it's a side quest. Makes me happy to help other people. To be fair, this dialogue maybe makes sense. It's to show the protagonist a flicker of personality. Though, honestly, I don't know. Maybe I am too used to attentively crafted dialogues, to like playing visual novels and stuff to read those, but I will see. Could you find it? Yeah, you found it. Thank you with all my heart. Those mean the world to me. We promised we would. I'm glad we could help out. You already said thanks. Okay, this dialogue was short, but I swear it's something that I feel like not many people notice, but games are... There's the risk of games having dialogues that are extra unnecessary and makes the experience a little more unnecessarily long. Musical instant with... Okay, why are you rage baiting me with the 0.0 level? Do you know what's a level for Tuner Street? It's a threshold where you get stronger. Nothing says, oh, you leveled up to level 005. And we are at Pergamo. Ah, it was close. In RPGs, enemies can have a fractional challenge rating. Ah, okay, 0305. Though I think it's different from level. Because levels inherently are like the milestones of a character, right? With enemy is oh, in that case maybe it's different because it's not a level. It's more like the strength of an enemy, which is not always a value between integers, right? When you introduce a gameplay mechanic, you should show it to a player. Yeah, showing it in the transition menu definitely is not the best idea. Because first I will forget. Second, like, makes no sense there. I would avoid making a blank slate protagonist express themselves with so many words. You have a point. The protagonist is a blank slate in a way, right? Because you define the name. Though maybe not, because still has the same portrait. It talks sometimes. So we have one of two issues. Or the protagonist talks too much for being a blank slate, or the protagonist has a personality, but it's not shown. It's not shown in the dialogues. Maybe we see that it's kind-hearted, but that explains nothing of a character. It wasn't a long journey indeed. It was a short trip. Where is your friend? In a tent. You should be seeing it soon. Well, you see it now. It's here on the other side of the fence. You can clearly see it. The town is cut from the rest of the world. We would be in danger otherwise. How do you survive here? Hello, mister. Who is this guy? Oh, hello? Hello? You must be new here. Never seen your face before. Yeah, I am. What brings... I wonder, maybe there could be an exercise in writing, like... wondering how many dialogues you can remove and the exchange makes sense. For example, the protagonist doesn't really need to say, yes, I'm new here. Because it's like answering to a question, more like a rhetorical question almost, without adding a new detail. Okay, I realize now. I think this has a lot to do with the player knowledge. Dialogues should not insist on things the player already knows, because even if the characters don't know, for example, he asked, are you new here? And he said, yes, I am new. We knew already he was new. So that line of dialogue was useless. It was useful for this character to know he is new here, but not for the player. It's exactly why in lots of games where there's a new character and we need to explain to them what happened, we don't explain the story from the start, but we have a fade out and fade in. It's not like at the end of Final Fantasy VII we get Vincent in the team and Vincent, okay, what are you gonna do? What are we doing? And Cloud starts, okay, then we woke up in Sector 7, we went in, we fought Shindra, we meet Sephiroth, we are fighting Sephiroth, there's a meteor fighting and we are going in this place because we need to get that item to get in the other area to stop Sephiroth. No, they don't say this on screen, because it would make no sense. The player knows it already. They fade out, they fade in, and the other character now magically knows everything. Unless you want to make it important for the story, like add something, add the reaction of a character, there's no need to explain things that already happened in the game, that the player already knows. Redundant knowledge, it's redundant narration. I think this is a new thing. Let me add it. Redundant information. No, redundant narration, I think it's more called. I should remember this one. Maybe I'm putting a bookmark here. Hello, totally trustworthy looking stranger in this town that has enough houses to hold maybe 8 people. Yeah. To be fair, also asking, are you new here? That's kinda... doesn't make sense, because they just said they are cut off. So they knew each other pretty well now. You as a writer should avoid writing dialogues that don't add anything to the story character. Yeah, I think this... I feel like this is a thing that a lot of people miss. That a lot of people don't realize. Calm flashbacks! Maybe that's another thing. That's the city in Final Fantasy VII, right? So far the character talked a lot, but if you ask me to pinpoint a single thing about the personality, I couldn't tell. Yeah, because this is a thing I also realized in a lot of other games. Games only mostly try to convey information, not personality. Like most of the dialogues here were, thank you, I got it, we're going here, you need this, what happened, what are we going? I'm always saying, I will always repeat what Annoyed Nova said once. Dialogues are information conveyed through the personality of a character. Like, the personality of a character is like a filter. Instead of saying, for example, one character, instead of saying, okay, we need to go to the city now to get information about my power, he could instead say, oh, yo bro, I suppose this town 6-7 was it's pretty sick to get information about my cool backstory of the skill. Random example, sorry. Sorry, random example. But you can see, at least, it's definitely more memorable. More stupid, but it's just an example. You could make it less stupid if you want. Or more stupid, even. Oh, hello, Maelstrom, welcome. Need to lurk. I still don't have the lurk command, I'm sorry, I always forget. I don't even know what to make it do. I should make maybe the lurk command give some passive lurk points, I don't know. Like writing gives points, but lurking gives a passive income of points. I don't know. I don't know what to do with points though. In this case, MC could have answered with another input. Something about the new character. Yes, definitely any... In the worst case, the dialogue box is wasted. What brings you here? Now, don't say we need to find information about my power. Well... Okay, you don't have to reply to a question of a stranger. At least we can see this guy... At least tries to be a little conservative about the information. I see you got your secrets. Call me intrigued. Message received. I can't risk myself getting caught either. See you around, or not? Sure. May I pass? I'm sorry. Well, who designs the city where the only way to exit is through here? That was weird. That was definitely a weird guy. Feels like an important one. We know that Waldorf is kind and wants to help people, but we discovered it in a dialogue box, not through actions. Well, kinda, again. Well, that was nice. That's the one I found that made sense, but I really want to see more, because for now we didn't get anything else. It was weird. Yes, it was. What are you adding to the discussion, mister? Yes, it was. I know. Are you adding anything to the discussion? It's like me when people talk about stuff I'm not interested about, and they say, "Oh yeah, my aunt the other week went to the festival and he got 2 sandwiches and the sandwiches got..." And I was like, "Oh yeah, oh cool, yeah, sandwiches. Continue. Stop, please. Yeah, sandwiches. Yes. Same thing." Let's find Jacob. Right. They're very narrow houses. Well, they don't have a lot of space, right? If it was bigger, you couldn't pass it. It's a design choice, of course, of the houses. Well, I think we can be pretty lenient on the exteriors of the houses in RPGs, right? Can I make 2 steps? Okay, this maybe if they were 1 tile higher would have been better though. Usually on RPGs, they are pretty small outside and bigger inside. Just don't be a full map. That was weird. Yes, it was. You're right in confirming that it was indeed weird. Yes, I agree with your observation. I'm glad you did. You're kidding, but dialogues feel like that. Most of the time. Could be say, yeah, don't talk about power to strangers. Yeah, that definitely was not an information. It's more like a character... something said from the character. Because it's an information for the story, not for directions for the player or situation. I don't know. I can imagine how you will say how bland my writing is, and I will not be able to agree more. Well, I think it's pretty nice that you think that, because noticing is the first step into changing it. Because now that you saw me talk about this, when you will test your game, you will see, wait, this dialogue box feels unnecessary. Maybe I can remove it. That's what I aim to do in streams. That's an extra thing I aim to do, to be fair. Which is awareness. People realize some things, at least from the Waldorf opinion, which may have the basis or not, is wrong. So, I will see. Is Waldorf right or not? I will see, but I will think about it. It's to say, hey, Waldorf said something bad about this thing. Maybe I shouldn't put it. Or maybe, is it important? Does it make sense? Is Waldorf wrong? I will also think about it. We got a random steel soldier. Hello, how it's going? We're playing an RPG Maker game. I think that was pretty clear. I should work on my introductions again. God, this Waldorf seems too much. Maybe I should cut him. Don't cut him. I'm fine. Don't cut him. I'm fine. I'm not too much. I'm not too much. The opposite. I'm too few. I need more Waldorfs so I can work on my games faster. Please, someone duplicate me. I need more Waldorfs. One can stream, the other can develop, the other can do social media, and the other can go work and make some big money because we need some funding. Maybe 2 to work on the game. Better. Oh, show a plush! Here it is. Well, since it's relatively new, and I didn't show it enough, we got nice nature from Umamusume, which is, to be fair, literally the cursor you see here. Like look at the cursor. Why is her here not showing here? Her here is a little weird. She's the cursor. She's adorable. For a good reason, they call her Wife Nature instead. To be fair, it's not really well visible, her character, because she has pretty puffy ponytails on the side. They seem pretty fluffy on the game. Here, unfortunately, they don't do justice, but they tried at least, I would say. Fumodorf. Well, as long as it's a waifu, I will get it. It's fine, it's fine. Waldorf, Tudorf, and Tridorf. Fourdorf? Not Ganondorf, no, we don't need Ganondorf. No, please. And... And another one's lips. Well, to be fair, we might need an extra one or two just to alternate the cycles, right? Let's make 10 Waldorfs. I don't care about the spending for the food. I need my game done, okay? Food is a small price to pay for completing a game. You seem like an adventurer, young man. Wallace the Fourth has an eye for young adventurers. Do you know the aftermath battle screen and the start point distribution? I think I can manage, thanks. I'm familiar, thank you, Wallace. The Fourth! I'm glad to see there is hope in the younger generation. Have this as a way to let me congratulate you. Receipt book, okay. You got receipt book. What is this? This book contains receipts. Game, I know the receipt book contains receipt. This is not necessary, game. Now you're telling me the exit button makes me leave the game. What now? Now the save button makes me save the game. You can ask a cook to cook them for you. And for forging receipts at a blacksmith. To be written down. Thank you very much. If you want more information about nighttime, come and ask me. I don't think I will. He will say, when it gets dark, it becomes nighttime. At nighttime, different stuff happens. Probably something on those lines. You mean 10 times more housing, more food, more waifus, more internet. But I will complete my games 10 times as fast. Maybe. And 10 times as waifus is a hard requirement, but I think would work for the best in the long run, right? There's a treasure. This is my meta letter. The tent is this one, right? Jacob's tent. Oh, Jacob. Sharing a bathroom between 10 Waldorfs would be interesting. We have 2 bathrooms at home. So, we can take turns. We can definitely take turns. Okay, old man, that was a bit random. Imagine an old man telling you, if you want to know what's nighttime, talk to me. Okay, mister. Looks clunky, like the game is trying to shove story setup and a lot of mechanics setup. I wouldn't call the story shoving. The tutorials, yes, they are throwing them at Ra. I feel like there's a lot of stuff and we got out of tutorials and we did not play anything for now. So there's definitely a discrepancy at the start between tutorials and actual gameplay. About the story, I don't think they are throwing too much in the story now. They are just I think it's the right amount. We got a mystery at the start. A small mystery, like what are my powers, but... And we got a mysterious guy that appeared out of nowhere. Everything gets expanded by the lengthy amount of dialogues, but the story... For now, is pretty basic. Remember, people are dead when they die. You know what? That's an idea. I could make a game for... I don't know. For a prank. Where there is a tutorial for anything. Remember, you can press the up arrow to move upwards. After you move up and you need to go left. Remember, you can press left to move left. Remember to keep down the left button to move them more than one step at a time. The left button is on the lower right side of your keyboard. But if you're using like the German key or the French keyboard, remember that the WASD buttons are different there? I don't know. I'm noting this down. Maybe for the next blob contest, I don't know. The mechanics don't give you a chance to familiarize with them. Yeah, definitely they should put them when it happens. The faces scare me. Those are the original RPG Maker Vixace generator. Isn't this his tent? He's not here. Should we wait for him? Let's go look for him. He has to be somewhere in the town. Okay, do I know how he is? I hope it triggers a scene. The icon in the saves? That's a bunny leaving a hat. I didn't notice at the start. Hello Isaac, that's a big emoji. First time I see that emoji this big. This game is falling some common traps. Is it the first game of the dev? I think it is. There is no dev page, but let's see. Yeah, it's the first game. They say working on this game on the free time. It's not commercial, thanks for trying it out. Okay, so it's not meant to be the next big hit of Steam of RPG Maker for sale to make big money. So at least that's reassuring. This way, because too many developers just for the first project want to make the next big Steam hit. Pa 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 pa. Oh yeah, this music again. Even this music. Pam 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 pam. It's kind of slowed down, but. The old music of X-Ace, you love or you hate them, but now it's nostalgia dive. Thank you very much. I'll be lurking, not to influence anything. Ah, okay. That's I like the approach because it means you don't plan to backseat, and because backseating could ruin the first feedback of the user. Though I don't mind really if you say something about the game, but your choice. Nice to have you here. Motion is the concept of object. Translate into space. Shall I explain the concept of inertia? Wait, I love this. I love this. I'm noting the idea down, you know. Maybe we can make a game like that. My game is my first. I have the excuse at least for when the can comes. Yeah, don't worry. The first game, nobody will bash you if your first game is awful. My first game was awful. Even worse because I added the pictures of my classmates in the game. I made inside jokes nobody understood. Maps were empty. Balancing was nowhere. But I learned. I understand what was wrong. Some people pointed to me what I did wrong in my game. I still remember in my first release, it was I wanna be the guy. No, I wanna build the gate. There was someone, I think it was Zoro, that told me the maps were totally empty. So there I started at least to realize I should decorate maps better. Yeah, you learn by making. You can't learn by not doing, after all. That's the best way to learn. A town with 8 people can be robbed by 3 pirates. Well, they know, they know. Give me everything of value this little miserable town has, and make it quick. Please, can we talk this over? Jacob! Kellan! Who are you? What's happening here? Pirates again. Again? Wait, if they say again, it means they don't have any other way to resist? The save screen icon indicates the difficulty. Ah, that's cool. We got a rabbit out of a hat. Huh. Waldorf needs to be explained a concept of waifu. Not really, but go on, go on. Waifu, a female fictional character from non-live action visual media. Wait, I didn't know it was not live action. Well, I suppose it makes sense. It's a fictional character, right? With not a real actor. Though, where's the limit? Is the game with realistic graphics have waifus or not? Because they are like identical to a human being at this point. Also, there is a YouTuber I consider a waifu, to be fair, but okay. A non-fictional persona to whom one is romantically attracted and or whom one considers one's wife. I like the specification because the definition is a little bird for me. I would go for the attraction. Easy target. This city. Every time you take everything you can. Oh, thanks for the follow, Isaac. I'm really sorry though for taking it slow in the game, but like, I comment a lot. We ain't any low-key pirate scum. Low-key? He said low-key? We are part of Barbarossa's crew. Barbarossa? Haha! What's a silly name? Arr, no one makes fun of our captain and leaves another day. Well, we would have fight you anyway. Get them! Battle time! Oh, I like this music. It's familiar, I heard it once. Don't worry, we can take them on. Attention to the flashing bars. Okay. Let's see. Ah, okay. Oh, we are dead right away! You get a quick time action or you die. Can I resurrect? So, a character just got one shot and we cannot resurrect. Let me bring... I will reset, I just saved. I will reset, definitely. And let me open the page of Critipedia here. It's, where was it? I should make some order here. Let me center it. Okay. The start of the game paradox. Here. Early game hell paradox. That's the 17 critic here. Simply, it's the start of the game paradoxically can be much harder than the end game. Because in the end game you have items to resurrect, magic to resurrect full health, a lot of Phoenix Downs to resurrect full health. Early game, what do you have? Nothing. Maybe you get one Phoenix Down that resurrects at 50% health, but it's crazy expensive. So, early game, if you die, you are screwed. For example, I like in games where they put items to resurrect at very low health. This way, the item will not remain important for the late game, but is still much relevant in the game. Let's go again. Did I think I got hit. Did we need to get healed? No, we didn't fight. Husband, a fictional main character from no live action, to whom one is attracted and on whom considers the significant other. Okay, why in waifu they call wife and in husbando they say significant other? That's different. But we can hear the start of the music again. Okay, let's not die this time. We have 46 health, so we just die if we get it wrong. Okay, he has... Okay, never mind. We have a way to resurrect. So, I was wrong. Though we didn't know the skill of the Jacob. I act a little too rushed, but still 110 is nothing. It gets one shot anyway, right? 110, I suppose it's something, but early game it's still pretty bad, pretty nothing. We can try to stun. This one. Stun is broken in RPG Maker, right? Because it's 5 turns. 3 or 5. Ah, I need to farm SP, so let's go. I like that the characters have their own unique way. 1. Ah, they take 1 damage and I get one-shotted. Survival Aura uses SP. We don't have them. Let's attack this one. I do nothing! I think I'm level 1, right? Can I stun the other one then? No. Let's just kill them. Let's burn the boss. Oh, let's kill this one first. They have a lot of health. This is a boss fight already. The second battle in the game. When I can get one-shotted. Let's... What do? I attack? I do 1 damage. Okay, this battle is weird. I hope they have a move to kill them, but... We have a lot of skills. I like that the skills, the magic skills are different. They don't just do damage with a different element, but they are the same. They have some slight difference. Very slight because it's 2%, but it's still something. I like it. If Rotten toss the target, huh? What else do we... We can go with poison. I think poison is a good choice. Yes! What else do we have? Broken recovery. Do we need it now? I don't think they can... They can heal. I don't know what Polar Swap is though. Let's just boom the boss. Let's inflict the boss with every status. It's a little confusing though that the arrow for the boss leader goes here. Like we have Pirate B, Pirate A, and the leader is here. It's confusing. He's defending, it's fine. I just defend at this point. Do I have anything better to do? I hope the poison is permanent. I was following on YouTube, I keep forgetting about Twitch. It's fine. Also, I forget sometimes to read the chat from the other one. Now I do. I hope I check it often though. Stop sleeping on the job. Dostan is definitely much better. Blind is permanent. No, it's not permanent. Should we try poison again? Let's go with poison. I think it's the better choice. I hope it's permanent. Hide from enemies? No, I don't want to get aggro. Let's try the slice on this one. Oh! That's a lot of damage suddenly. I'm glad I was defending or I would have been dead. Maybe. Defend. Maybe it was a crit before? I don't know. Well, this one can die, right? Thunder! Ah, it's the wreck point. And now you just die. We focus the boss, sure. The boss is just defending. Seal skill. Ah, okay, that... It says one skill might be sealed for some turns. That's nice. So it's silencing, but more erratic. I like the idea. The boss is not poisoned anymore. Should I? Yeah. I didn't see how much damage, though. I'm curious to see. I'm curious to see how much. He's for only. There's only 14 there. 31. Maybe it's not worth. But like he's defending, so it's not like I can do much damage anyway, right? Then you just burn. Definitely not fire. I should try. He's defending now. I forgot. He's not, right? He doesn't have a shield. Oh yes! Now we can't use special skills. Literally has the icon of the amputated arm. Oh, finally! Survival aura. Let's try it. There was a smiling face. Wait, it was some damage, I suppose. We need to heal maybe. Or he gets one-shotted again. Again! This does good damage. You're done for. Token? What do you mean token? There were no tutorials and I still don't get what. Well, at least the game explains what some status do, but there was a weird token thing it said right now. And you die. Ah wait, I forgot it's standard. Not a problem. 2 damage, oh yeah. Not oh yeah. And please. No, wrong one. Wrong one. Oh, please die. Okay. Giving a character they never used and making them fight a battle isn't too player friendly. Well, I suppose would make sense if the battle is short and they just want to showcase those characters are strong. Because they are max level, they will not join the next battle. Would have been better for a shorter battle, because now what did we do? We used the skill asset of Kellen and Jacob for only this battle. So we had for one battle to understand what they do. And after this one we hardly use them for others. We don't know how long they will join the party. Which was also kinda imbalanced on the protagonist. He was only level 1 after all. Level 2. I'm not selling those now. I wanted to interact to see what they do, but... But how? Retreat! This is not the last time you heard from us. We got them running. You did not do anything. Almost. They dropped this. Looks like a map. For a secret treasure maybe? May I see please? Is the map showing Pergamo? That's why they came here? I'm not sure. It describes the path one has to take to reach a cross-shaped island. I've never seen the language before. I can't read what it says. Are you sure it's not Argonian in red? I'd give at least a couple of skills to start. To the protagonist you mean, right? Not to the others. I don't know how the story wants to go with a skill. We had one, which is the core skill. At least something basic like the double slash. Or anything to do damage, really. Because we are level 1, we do no damage to the boss. Oh wait, no, okay. I read a list of a couple of extra skills. I thought it was half of a joke to give other characters more skills, but no, you meant only a couple of skills. Okay, now it's bad. Now I understand. Maybe it's fake? I can tell you. You can have it back. Don't you want to study it a bit more? You found it. That's not important. Will you manage protecting the town on your own? Don't worry, you don't have to come back. As long as the guy only keep coming, there is no problem. I can handle them. Well, to be fair, yeah, they didn't do much damage to you. Barbarossa is the only one I'm worried about. If he comes, Pergamo will have to suffer from the visit. Well, if my name was Barbarossa, I would be attacking people as well. What happens if I call you Barbarossa? You know, by laughing about the leader, you provoke them into attacking us. Mister, what do you think they would have done otherwise? Give you a flower, maybe? Yo, why are we getting lectured by this guy? What do you think pirates do? They attack! Sorry for stereotyping pirates, but like, they clearly weren't there to give us a parting gift. They were here to attack, so we would have fought anyway. Can you shut up, mister? I hope you die in the plot later. Relax, Kellan. It's not that boy's fault. Whatever we would have told them, they would have attacked us anyway. Oh yeah, what about situational awareness now? Maybe you're right. But I stand by my opinion to think before talking or laughing. Yeah, I suppose yes, but against those doesn't matter, right? Your name is Waldorf? That's an ugly name. I'm sorry. Yeah, even this exchange, talking about before, this is unnecessary. He says, oh, so you are Waldorf. Oh, yes, I am. And so you are Manuel, I forgot your name. Oh, you know of me already? Killer must have told you about me. I'm glad to meet you as well. This adds nothing to the game. If only text box, which are unimportant. It only pads the length of the dialogue. Let's go to my tent and talk. Even this... I think even the last two dialogues were unimportant, right. Maybe saying let's go to my tent and talk, but even that is unimportant. Because we can see now, they went to the tent and talk. And the extra, which was the most unnecessary, was the protagonist saying, oh yeah, let's go. Like, yeah, if you see the scene here, of course they went here all together. I just woke up outside of Kellan tent. Without even knowing how I came here. Did someone kidnap me? Am I sleepwalking? I have no idea now. It's not a problem if I ask RPG Maker a question. No, I'm always happy to talk about RPG Maker. Anytime. Especially at my work. No, I'm kidding. I was trying to make a joke. I had to vaguely explain to my boss why I was taking half a day off to see the speedrun of my game. in the most normie way possible to avoid sounding like I don't know, to avoid saying something ununderstandable. For example, now MC explained to Jacob the story, but they could have talked about it off screen. Yeah. I hope they don't... Yeah, they could have cut it from the point that he says, and so we asked for you, ... to imply they talked about the thing before, or anything. Or like Lolo says, Jacob saying, oh, that's why you're here. Because... in a realistic way, I would say, would make sense to be like this, to say, ah, so you must have been Jacob. Oh yes, and you must have been Waldorf. Ah yes, I see, he talked to you about me. Oh yeah, he did. Let's go to my tent and talk. Oh yeah, let's go. This is normal dialogue that makes sense in a realistic setting. In the real life. This is not real life. Games are meant to be unrealistic. Why there are no bathroom? Why don't we need to every 2 hours of gameplay stop and go to the bathroom in the game? Because like doesn't need to be realistic, right? The same with the dialogues. If the dialogues make the thing more realistic, doesn't mean it's better. sometimes you cut some realism for the sake of entertainment. Again, we don't need to press the buttons to make the movement of the hand while we use the sword. Would be realistic, but what's realistic and what's too realistic? Also, it's RPG Maker. I don't think we seek realism here. Very strange indeed. I thought it was strange as well. Then I saw his ability in battle and got interested in him. Okay, this is still the same thing. The player knows this. And this could have been said in the fade out. What abilities do you have? I'm not sure. I just want to survive any battles and then the Pillar of Light appears and destroys my enemies. Waldorf does not use magic in battle. It materializes his emotions. I think it just assumed maybe it's materialized emotions, but we don't have any proof, right? I know you mentioned something like that a long time ago. We just met. Ah, no, to Jacob, never mind. I know what you're talking about, Killian, but we shouldn't jump to conclusions. One may not have anything to do with the other. I don't understand you guys. Ah, you heard before. Our Kingdom origin story tells about a prophet warrior who was able to materialize his emotions to aid him in battle. Okay. That makes it a little more interesting. At least there is some sort of mystery now. A little too late, but I like that the game tries to show a mystery here. There is this warrior that manifested emotions, and the protagonist may have a similar power. So maybe they're related, who knows? We will know only playing. Would special mechanics make sense in early boss fights? Yes. Well, I would say always depends. If you maybe want to have special mechanics against most of the bosses, or in the most important bosses, I would say it's nice to introduce them even in the first ones. Of course, though, the first ones might work as a tutorial, on top of the tutorial of how the base battle system works. So I would say the first boss fights definitely could have a mechanic, but they should be relatively simple, to avoid to overwhelm the player. I made a mistake myself. I was working on an RPG, and it's on hiatus, to the Upper Dam, where the first actual boss, it's a ghost. And the ghost is immune to physical attacks. So in the first boss, all the physical attackers are useless. You have to use... Well, you have like 2 mages and 2 physicals in the team, so it's fine, but... The idea was in a way interesting, but didn't work well. Because you had... When the boss was exposed, you have to attack the boss to break him. But you can only attack him with magical attacks. And only after you break him, you can attack with physical attackers. But that would make more sense if it was, first, not the first boss fight. Second, if you could in a way conserve the energy, like preview default. Maybe you default, you wait while the boss is not exposed. After you break him with magic, you can go all in with the physical attacks you saved up until that point. But again, in the first boss fight, the basic attack doesn't work. You barely got a grip of the battle system, and you can only fight with the 2 mages you have. Not a good look, to be fair. So yeah, definitely would work for a later boss, but in the early boss should be more lenient to the player. Also because they have less moves, they have less arsenal, they know less skills. Special mechanics are fine, don't overdo it. They can help you make a boss fight more interesting. Try to avoid to be overly cryptic, or at least make sure the player knows the base mechanic. Yeah, that's a good point. The player needs to know how the game works before throwing a boss fight with mechanics. So definitely maybe not on the first boss, but from the second one maybe. Or at least maybe a mini boss before. at least something to make the player, to test the player on the base knowledge of the game. Because imagine this, boss fights are like exams, tests, knowledge check. Not a DPS check, it's a knowledge check. Which also includes DPS check if you have knowledge about skills, of course. So, for example, in a game the boss test is if you got the knowledge of the game up until that point. If you know that attacks give you skill points, that maybe you need to apply a debuff before attacking, or you need to defend when the boss is charging, whatever. That's a test, that's an exam. Like doing a math quiz, right? What would happen if you had to do a math quiz together with a history quiz? At the same time? Nobody would like that. Nobody. That's why it's important to have different tests in the game and make the player get used to one before passing on to the next one. Everyone would just quit school if that would happen. The mechanics I have are stuff that are specific to those bosses only. I think it's fine because I did it the same. I made the example of the boss that was immune to physical attacks. As long as it's not a completely new mechanic to the game, or it's a secondary boss, I think it's fine. I can make, to be fair, I can make a lot of examples. I'm sorry for the developer of Expiator, but I'm sorry for Isaac, but I really want... I don't have the game here, never mind. But I take those streams as an opportunity to talk about games. So, to be fair, I'm kinda proud on the bosses I was doing in my RPG. Because I was trying to make them different every time. I felt like on some I over-exaggerated some parts, but I definitely made boss with... kinda with mechanics, but which always worked inside the same system. For example, you had a boss that chased you on the world, on the map, and you need to press a button to run away. If you didn't press enough, you take damage, and then the next turn of the battle starts. And during the battle, you need to prepare to run away using a skill after charging it. So you need to prepare to run away during the turn. So after the boss attacks, you will avoid attack and the chase continues. It's kinda hard to explain. Or another boss. I remember now. I forgot about it. I had a boss about Medusa, where you fight Medusa. And Medusa, of course, would petrify your party members. The cure for petrify is the tears of the opposite gender. So you need to decide how to distribute your team. The most reasonable choice would be to have 2 males and 2 females in the team. So the male tears would heal the female tears. Of course, for that I informed the player beforehand what the boss does, of course. Another boss was kinda ugly, to be fair, but I wanted to experiment. You fight in a snow forest. And there is a timer, an actual timer, and you need to make an action to refill the fire, to avoid the timer expiring, otherwise you take frostbite damage. Now that I think about it, I don't like having a time limit in a turn-based system. Would have been better if I had, like, instead of a timer, a turn counter. Like, after thought turns, the fire would expire, and you need to update it, otherwise you take frostbite damage. I liked a lot to experiment with bosses. I think it's a good thing. I went on the exaggeration myself, but personally, I did it with most of the bosses, so I think at least they've in common that they have a kind of weird mechanic. So at least there is a common theme between bosses. I also made a side quest boss that had the mechanics of Among Us. that was kind of weird. I really want to resume the project, but I want to work on others first. Also, I don't remember much. I need to fix all the plot. It's full of plot holes and stuff. Every new mechanic you introduce has to interact with others. Well, of course. Though, in bosses, you might want to introduce a mechanic only for that boss, if it's not too invasive on the battle system, and especially if you interact with the battle system, as you say, yeah. For example, in my game, as I said, in most examples, you use actions. Like, use the action to refill the fire, use the action to run away from the monster. And the action is gained from action points, which is a mechanic of the game. TPs, not from that different from TPs, but still. The Zelda formula. Huh. How is the Zelda formula? I also have a Medusa optional boss. To avoid petrification, we need to... Don't look at her! Oh, it was that easy then. How is that translated to gameplay? Characters turn around? Well, I also have that command in my game to not look at her, which just increases your resistance, right? I forgot. And that as well is an action you can do by expending action points. So in a way, it's a mechanic used only for that boss, but that relies on an existing base mechanic. Action points, for example. Or sometimes breaking the boss. Close eyes button and the screen goes black. That would be cool. Close eyes and you don't even see what Wait. I got an idea for a boss fight. A boss fight where it's that pitch black where you don't see your actions. So you need to press buttons at random to guess the right move. Doesn't sound fun, to be fair, huh? You have to have a character in blind or sleep. Oh, that's cool. Electricity in the game. About the Prophet Warrior. He was the one who freed our land and eventually gave it the name it was today. Mercurius! Because it broke the thermometer. It said he refused to take seat on the throne himself. Many assume his bloodline lives on the very day, kept in secret from the public eye. Though doesn't mean it has to do anything with you or your abilities. I cannot do what I want. I can survive my battles, that's all. Since when you have your power, Waldorf? From when I woke up. What can you tell before that? I can't remember anything. So you only know your name. How can I find my way back? Could you help me find the correct way? It won't be easy. Where do we even begin start searching? Can't you use a spell? Yeah, this spell. Easy. I can try. Memory loss from a course? What are you about to do to me? First, you need to ask for consent first, okay? Did it work? Jacob? What's the matter? Did it got amnesia as well? There is no curse on Waldorf. Seems his memory loss got caused by an accident, maybe. Anything you can do? The simple answer to this question would be no. Then why premise the simple answer to the question would be instead of saying no? Is it to show his character? But I don't know. I don't feel like he's showing much the character anyway. And the not so simple one? Ah, okay, no, never mind. It's to say simple answer no. If there is a curse or magic seal, there is one place that comes to mind that could help him. It's Shirley. Why over there? They're expert in the field on curses. Okay, know where I have to go? You need some directions though. I don't know, where am I? One thing at a time. When you remember again, you will be able to control your powers more efficiently. Do you think his powers are nothing special? I don't mean that. We can't be certain. Sounds logical. Thank you. I will go. Thank you. I will go. Thank you. You will go. Thank you. You will go. Let me give you the map. Thank you. I will go. Thank you. You will go. Thank you. I will go. My pleasure. You will go. You want your weapon back? No, you can keep it. Thank you. I will go. There are not many thank you in this dialogue. I guess this is... I will go. Yeah, you will go. Yeah, I will go. Thank you. Thank you. I will go. The last 10 dialogues were just thank you. I will go, to be fair. They could have been better. I like him. His positive attitude is rubbing off on me as well. Why this tragic music though? For something like that, I'm happy to get sidetracked from our mission. Too much time has passed, Kellan. We can't afford to lose more time. I know. Alright, if I hear anything new, I'll let you know. Thank you. The music... the music counts like a shock. I suppose it's a good surprise though. Gives the feeling of they are not onto something very good. The Wanderer class. Fight with sword. Okay. I don't know how important it is to say what weapon they have. I suppose maybe it is. Though you can see it from the shop, right? Every armor. Except as the special command with our command. Okay, you don't need to tell us you will unlock new aura skills to progression. Because first it's a spoiler in a way. Second, like, doesn't change anything if I know or not. No, this is important. The survival aura does more damage the more HP you have. Though it's in the description, right? Yes, it's in the description. So again, you don't need to explain. Maybe this one should be again relegated to a diary, to a instruction manual. I think maybe this game would benefit from is an instruction manual that has all the tutorials. So instead of explaining them one by one, especially the not important ones like this one, you can just check the menu if you want. When it did damage, the gauge increases. Receiving damage increases. Defending increases. So it's like TPs. No, though it only 10% while taking damage. And then I have a token. Ah, okay, that's what happened in battle. The next action binds the enemy and causes it to skip a turn. Okay, that's cool. Focuses on high HP and attack. Okay, I know about the passive. You don't need to say about hit rate, evasion, and counter, right? It's in the stats menu, right? Give me a second. This one is interesting. During combat, Waldorf changes expression depending on whether he feels confident or worried about the outcome. What if you are in disadvantage? That's interesting. Like Xenoblade in a way. Wait, you're giving me again the tutorial of evasion. You already explained this to me, game, and both of the times it was not during a battle. Oh, we are fine, okay. Oh, that's a playful dog. Woof, 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 woof. Aha! You're stuck, let me pet you! Ha ha! Okay. We are fine, let's go. I'm climbing. Can we buy swords? Light sword or iron sword? Definitely stronger. Does it matter? It's +3. Or we can buy an armor. You. Definitely I could take one. I will go with the shield. Or everything, to be fair, right? Let's go safe, sure. I'm taking everything. Oh, yes! Wait, did we have something else? Ah, the basic clothes are weaker, yeah. We don't need a better sword, right? I could have sold the other clothes, but it's fine. Okay, here we go. To the mister. What's happening? Small detail. He reacted to the shaking right when it was happening. There should have been a wait after the shaking, after a bunch of seconds, 1 or 2. Then he would have said what's happening. Am I somewhere else? What is this place? Here. Oh, I don't understand you. 1 AM. I know, I am. I'm waiting for you here. Yeah, the I looks like a 1. It's confusing. Are you talking to me? Please, the 4 letters. Who are you? I don't understand. Awaken us! Guide your allies, they need you. And you need them. Do we get random party members? I learn critical aura. Halo fortitude. No, wait! We lost our wife. What was that? My head is about to burst. I need to be cautious while traveling. I wonder what it was. Let's go to Cyril. Let's go. And we tell you that's the map. Let me guess. The other sides of the map are still work in progress, huh? That's a big ass map. That's a big ass map. Though I like that the mapping is done with attention. It decorates pretty well. And you can see here it's pretty dense with details. Well, except the other areas, but of course it's a work in progress. Dungeon time! I used to have an optional goblin heckle the player with how to do things when they got stuck. Oh wait? What do you mean? A goblin like talking to the player? Hey, remember to do this to get unstuck. Oh, thanks, random goblin. In case you haven't bought a pair of clothes, the old man would have stopped you and forced you to buy a pair. If you had no money, you would find some in the pot. That's a good detail. Don't to buy. Okay, that's a good idea. I like this small detail because shows attention to detail, and especially attention towards players that don't know how to play RPGs. To be fair though, this game doesn't seem tailored to people who are starting to play the first RPG. Because it's giving too much. It's definitely has more than the default battle system here. Or not battle system, more like I don't know. There's a lot of things in the menu. New players of RPGs might get overwhelmed. Enemies are in the map. Most can detect from behind. Okay. And you can hide. Okay, that's cool. And they respawn quick. Get silver chests. They are random. But they are monsters. Okay. I'm not fond of the idea of randomized loot. Overall, could be pretty cool to have randomized loot, to be honest, because that means different playthroughs can have different outcomes, different equipment, different builds. On the other side, though, I think I found it hard to make balancing work. If the player might receive random stuff. Okay, game, I do a tutorial for pushing boulders. Okay, why the tutorial for pushing boulders? if I have to interact with the boulder first. We fight. Oh, this thing is creepy. What's critical aura? Drains a lot of HP, increases critical rate, and heals. Okay. Yeah, would be nice to have any skill now. At least I have a good armor. Yeah, thanks, good armor. I think it was the good investment armor. Hoping it doesn't poison. Drain even? Okay, this button system at the start is... Okay, how am I supposed to win if he's healing? I'm about to die right away. Come on! Am I about to die on the first enemy? Oh, dodge! A perfect dodge! Okay. To be fair, maybe I could have used the final move, but I forgot. Though... The battle system for the stat is nothing, it's empty. Like, what do we have? Basic attack, try to defend. Basic attack, dodge. Basic attack, try to dodge. Basic attack, try to dodge. And final move. For now, the battle system is pretty tame. Definitely later we will learn other skills, right? But for now... Oh, come on. Guys, I should have used a potion, maybe. Though for now we cannot do much stuff in the game. I cannot return back, right? Screw it, let's use the potion. As new. We have a bandit here? Ah, there's a chest. Wonder if we can avoid it. No. I can. Oh, how did you see me? Ah, I forgot. It's fine, it's fine. I forgot what I got even. Bandage? We also got an attack crystal. Ah, raise attack during battle. Can stack once. Ah, so you use it in battle. That's cool. There's an item here. I want it. I think he saw me. Crucifix 1. Rise on. Ah, it's a resurrection. Okay. At least the game gives me one right away. I'm avoiding everything. I should level up though, right? Quick time events are a bit strict. I wonder, maybe you can make them more lenient in the easy mode. Also, there's something wrong with the sprite of the rocks here. Also, the information or a thought. You definitely filled this map with rocks. So mapping wise you filled it, but the map needs definitely more colors. Because for now we only have the rocks. For example, this would be cool if it was somewhere else. If we had like more moss, more water around, the map would look cooler. Unfortunately, there are parts of the map here which are just grey, which is not the best look. Though again, you decorated it well. Just not with red colors. In a way, it's fine to make a dungeon only grey, but... Oh, or like to find a monochrome team for a dungeon, but... I don't think this dungeon is supposed to fit the team of monocolor that much, right? Cloth. Yes! I like the also small detail of the character saying something, opening the chest. I would suggest against having more messages, because saying only yes gets repetitive and doesn't add anything. Would be a cool thing if the dialogue got randomized. Kinda inspired maybe to the thing of, how it's called, Tracing the Sky, where every chest has a unique message. Not a unique message for chest, but maybe a big list of messages. It's an idea, of course. It's not something you have to do, but it's a thought I have, and maybe you can get inspiration from it. That, I don't know. Like a lot of random dialogues after opening a chest and you get one. Okay, at least we can hold the battle here. Perfect. This happens because of the camera side script. Moves event a bit around. Also, I noticed the enemies on the map moved a little erratically. Which, yeah, that's what they are supposed to do. But I think just putting events would stop... putting invisible events would stop events to walk on top of it. Like, events body block normal enemies. No, events body block monsters. Events body block other events, okay. Should we kill this one before he spams more bites? Should I go the safe way? Let's go the safe way. A little overkill, but worth it. Also because now I get a token, right? Yes. Okay, that's nice. Please don't bite. Bite is pretty awfully because it just heals from what it does. At least I'm level up, right? I leveled up. Hello? A red gel. It's... what does it do? Ah, crafting, okay. Seems like blood, but okay. Oh, come on! I walked onto it. Oh, no. I could defend. So I can farm my SP. Null. Ah, they just don't do damage. Okay, never mind. They're pretty bad. Do damage? Huh? How long will this fight take? Okay, I will... it takes too long. Double perfect. Should I increase the crit? Do I take damage? No. I will just spam basic attack, but this is not a good look. This is like the basic RPG Maker game where you spam the basic attack but with extra steps. At least we can finish him now. Ah, no. We need more SP. Never mind. Why are you defending? It takes longer. Now? No. Guardian drops your attack. Ah, wait. What do you mean Guardian drops your attack? You mean they take less damage? Or you take less damage? You do less damage after you defend. Okay, we can go now. This one is defending. This we can one-shot this one. Almost. Let's token this one. I could have killed the other one, but... you die. No! I didn't see the health. When the guard state gets applied, your attack and magical attack reduced. Ah, okay. For the next turn, right. Because I... yeah, because I see it's lasting a little longer. A little longer than one turn. Like, it lasts for the next attack of the enemy. Or disappears after it gets hit. I like the idea of the guard disappearing after it gets hit. So you can go with more follow-up attacks. Well, not if you're alone. I'm not going for the final move. It would use some HP. One more, come on, one more. Come on. We win. I should have taken a better sword, maybe. Oh, a skill finally. I should have gotten this one level 2, maybe. Or 1. Let's say level 2. What does it do? Do a strike, attacks twice. Yeah, I could have imagined. Ah, we missed a chest. Enemies respawn. Oh, save point. Please. At least the enemy didn't respawn. Since we are here, why not take everything? Ah! Oh no, there's 2 of them. I saved at least. Let's see, we use this SP, so we still need SP for the special attack. Let's go on the bat. At least they take better damage. Though one at a time, I will still die, huh? At least we still dodge. Ah, forgive me, even appears on random enemies. I thought it only appeared on human enemies. Oh, good, a critical. Main plan for end of April, sooner or later. Okay, we have the list here. Let me show. We are playing Expiation here. So we have 3 games, and your is after 3 streams. So I would say, if we don't skip any stream on 29th of April. Indicatively, if we don't skip anything. If we don't skip a stream, I mean. No, not the bite. Not the bite. I could have went for the double attack. Too late. Also another thing. In the long run, I feel like this menu could be annoying. Because you're used to press the enter button after a battle. After every battle, you need to press the undo button and then the confirm button. Every time. I feel like it's kinda annoying in the long run. I would make the button to confirm to undo the setting is also pressing enter right away. Like, instead of pressing enter... Imagine every battle having to press ESC and enter right away. I will go with a potion. Would be nice if you just pressed enter once. Oh, it's alone, nice. That would make it much easier. Oh no, it takes too much health though. Item more, come on. We can go with double attack maybe. 8? Which number is it? I think it's an 8. Yeah, it's an 8. Too bad he's defending. Let's see it, maybe it's stronger, who knows. No, it's just about an attack but twice. In a way it makes sense though. Mister, please. I just want a treasure chest. Don't defend again. I swear! Why are those bandits not attacking? Like, what's the point of being a bandit if you don't attack people? Right? Come on! Yes, avoids. Come on! Yeah, 1 health point. I was wondering also. It's a small thing, but I think it would be better if you would just dodge the attack before even having the... Like, if you had dodged the attack with your illusion stat, there's no need to have the... Oh, it respawned! Oh, no! You don't need to have your quick time action right before, right? Dodging. Come on, mister. Okay. So, for example, if you would dodge an attack, there's no need to show the quick time action, which I don't think we saw. I don't remember though. Okay, maybe there is a boss fight here again. Hello, Fortitude. Accessory. Ah, we can equip this one, right? Grants anointed fortune 1 skill. You get less defense though. Is it really worth it? Increases the defense of the allied nation to you by 4. Ah, that's cool. Too bad we don't have allies, so it's useless. Also, you decrease your defense. But if you have 2 allies, it's pretty worth. Yar har har! Good loot, boys! Pete, what are you doing? What do you mean? The deal was 50-50. Take your filthy hands off the eons! Looks people are arguing. I need to find another exit. There's no other exit. Better heal myself just in case. Use one po- No, don't use my potions! I just healed! I'm fine! I got careless. Though, I appreciate the fact the game heals you before, but... I was in there already, come on. Even guards, they aren't as strong as the players alone. Yeah, I like the idea, but I would just make them less strong to begin with, right? Instead of defending, they could just, I don't know, drink wine and they lose the turn. Like, do an action that doesn't do anything. Because, like this, the battles are too long. Which, in its own, are not a problem. The problem is, why are they too long? Or, that the fact that what you do in battle is not fun. You just use the basic attack and you do a quick time event. Or 2. So definitely, at least for the start where you don't have any tactical strategy in battle and you just basic attack, I don't see the point, honestly, of having longer battles. I would make the enemies here much easier. Or even... I don't know. Less and easier. Because again, there's no point in fighting if you just spam the basic attack at the end. You ain't know how to talk, kid. Kid's gonna shit his pants. What are you doing? Leave me alone. You come with me, kid. You can fight him, you know. Well, there are 4 of them, easy. This guy's ugly. What do we have here? You think you would sell well, boss? You ever heard of mine selling well? Ain't no money in that. Just let him go. I don't see why we should keep him. You need a boy for all chores? Not really. I am the boss around here. The boy stays. No, please don't go in my way. I just want to pass through. What's that? Boy scared to death. Har har har. Yeah, har har. Those are the pirates from before, or they are just thieves. Oh, you're nothing, Pete. Stop ruining the mood. I never agreed into human slavery when I joined your gang. You're under my command. Don't forget that. Is it a pirate? I don't know. Looks like one. You are no full-fledged member yet. If I want, I can feed you to the monsters. Well, in that case... Ah! What are you doing, scum? Well, you see, I don't like your ways, neither will I allow you to treat me like some pile of dirt. Alright, that's what you are, a pile of dirt and nothing more. Get your lousy ass up, teach him a lesson, man. Ah, we're fighting with the guy now, okay. Oh, the boss team rocks again. You know how to fight, kid. Yeah, don't give me the tutorial, I know already. What do you think you are? It's over for you. We can do this. I'm able to scare enemies for weaknesses. Yeah, if I had any magic to begin with, it would be nice. I have some needles I can throw at them as well. I can steal some good stuff. Okay, it's the thief. Pete. So, Pete, okay. This is a big change, because before we only had 1 skill, maybe 2. Now we have 8. I feel like would be nice to introduce the characters 1 step at a time, right? Even with the skills. Not like I can do much now. Let's go on the assistants. That's a lot of health. Yeah, those are the bandits. So we just beat him up. Also, is the avatar behind Luffy? Basically remembers me of, I don't know, One Piece character? I don't know how. Maybe how they wear, how they dress. Let's see. Tip the scales. Increase agility. Another turn. That's cool. Blinding strike is nice. Though only 40%. Steal coins from the enemy. Item from the enemy. Eye of Truth. Ah, the scan. That's kinda expensive for a scan though, right? Lucky Thief. And quick attack. They mentioned the attack bar drainage. Ah, maybe the turn bar, you mean? Right? I don't know. So the tip the scale I should apply. I get another turn. It's 22 SP though. Let's try this one. Let's see attack bar. I don't get it. The attack bar did not fill, right? What's it? Maybe the one on the side? Oh, kid. Are you right? It was 1 damage, come on. I think so, huh? I need... Ah, new skill, okay. Restoring Aura. We needed a healer after all. Is that Rafi? I was wondering the same, you know? I feel confident in surviving this battle now. It's all I need to know. Why there's a cool... is it okay? Oh no. Oh no. Something is not right and it's not with my world map. At least we can enjoy the music now. Oh, the explosion works at least. It glitched. Oh, that's unfortunate. I'll skip to prevent this. Well, at least you can... At least it's better to find it in the demo and not in the final game. That's a good thing. Though I might take this opportunity to stop here. We didn't play much, to be fair. Barely 1 hour of actual gameplay, but 2 hours and 20 of stream. It's kind of unbalanced, I know, but... I think I will stop here. No, I don't say sorry. It's something that happens. Every time bugs happen, right? So I will stop here, but I will give my final thoughts. So, first of all, a thing I really like is the attention to detail you give to the visual part of the game. Like the RTP asset is well placed. There are well decorated maps everywhere. Also, there are good plugins to, for example, the camera movement to have a smoother flow. And now I notice even the checkpoint lights up when you get closer. Well, I saw it was before, but before I thought it was random. No, it lights up when you get closer. The things I don't like though are most of the rest, to be fair, because the story has a base, but it's not interesting at the first glance. At least doesn't catch the player right away. Like, you told me in private that the story gets better later, but to be fair, in my opinion, that's never something that should be said. Because a game, especially nowadays, where there are a lot of games around, too many. Nowadays, games need to show themselves right away. They need to be able to show what they're capable of right away. Especially if it's a demo like this one. You shown in this demo that the maps are very well decorated and there is a lot of attention to detail on the maps and the visual aspect. Even if it's still RTPs, but doesn't matter because it still looks nice. Though the player, even if they see this one, they might not get invested in the story right away, and so they may decide to just keep on the next game. So, important part is not the story in a whole, but what the story, how the story is presented to the player. Because I would say an important thing is to consider the player experience. And the start of the game is kinda tame. The story starts slow. There is a small hook, but it's kinda small. And the gameplay of the battle system is nothing at this point. You just basic attack, and there is the dodge event, but sometimes doesn't even matter since some enemies don't do damage, or it's fast to get used to at the start anyway. And there are battles where you have a lot of skills, a lot of options. This boss fight and the one before with the pirates, always pirates. But that was only for a fight, and it was still a little overwhelming to have that many skills. And overall, still, I was neither invested by the story or the dialogues. The story, again, maybe later I can get into something interesting. It was interesting, I would say, the part where they talked about the previous hero, but I think that's it. And also the dialogues are not really interesting. They just talk about stuff they need to do. They say thank you too many times. They say too much unnecessary stuff the player already knows. And especially, they don't convey any personality. I don't care much about the characters, since I don't know how they are. I don't know their personality. I cannot get invested in the story if I don't care about the characters at the end. So I would say the dialogues are more important than they seem. Dialogues convey the character, convey like the essence of the story after all, right? The characters are the story of the game. And if they are not conveyed in dialogues, the story will which is the term I was looking for? The story will get we get penalized from it. That's what I was saying. Okay, I have version 3.2. I downloaded the new version like today. Yeah, I downloaded version 3.2 final. The one that was today on the itch.io. Info, thank you. Oh, thank you too for suggesting your game and for taking my criticism well. Okay. So, to end the stream, let's see if we can raid someone. We have our automatic raid command. Let's see. We have Megami that is playing a game, so maybe it's a safe raid. Let's see if Megami is safe today. Yeah, looks like safe. Also doing a collaboration. Let's go. Okay, that's everything for today. Thanks for coming by. We will play next week another game. Next time it's Nomad's Vanguard from Ramen Noodles. And Friday we continue Octopath, Saturday Random RPG Maker games. And that's it. Thanks for coming by, and we'll see ya whenever it happens.